Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Defenders Facebook Live. Before we get started, wanted to let everyone know about the Facebook group. If you're not part of the Facebook group, just make sure you guys come join. If you know any other veterans or active duty military in the fitness community, have them check out the Defenders Fitness Alliance group. All right. So with that being said, I got a very special guest here this evening, Marine veteran and the owner of CrossFit Humidity, actually the CrossFit that I go to, our coach, and again, the owner of CrossFit Humidity, Korey Bromery. Korey, welcome and thanks for joining us. So first thing, tell us a little bit about your service and what you're up to now.
Well, I served 10 years for I was in Lejeune my first couple of years. I was actually a mortarman. Was at the 1st Battalion, 2nd Marines, deployed a couple of times with them, and then came back down here to Beaufort, to Paris Island, to be a drill instructor. Was over at 1st Battalion, and then from there got out. Was out for about 3 years, and now just re-enlisted in the South Carolina Army National Guard. So a little bit of a different transition, but it's been pretty cool so far.
So 10 years in the Marine Corps, and now, like you said, you just signed up for the National Guard. What's been your biggest takeaway from your service? And I guess just go into the National Guard, the Marine Corps. How's that been for you?
The biggest takeaway, I think, for myself is just it really helped me develop a good work ethic, which is carried over to, my life and my time in school now. And then the transition from the Guard to the Marine Corps wasn't really a really big transition. Prior Marines, especially active duty Marines, are looked highly upon, and the Guards.
Right.
It's not bad. I got a good group of guys I work with over there. I've only been with them for about 4 months now, but from so far it's been pretty good. It's just different, only putting the uniform on, 2 to 4 times a month is kind of different than putting it on every day. But other than that, it's great to be back in uniform, I would say. So
Awesome, man. So let's talk about your transition, I guess, out of the Marine Corps. So how long were you out for before you joined the National Guard, and what's your experience been during that transition while you were out?
So I've been out a little over 3.5 years before I joined the Guard. The transition was kind of weird. I would say the first 6 months was hard just because you're used to a set schedule, somebody telling you what to do. You have all that stuff set. And, once you become a civilian, it's kind of, you're on your own from that point. But once I got into school and got, worked a little part-time job and kind of got regimented again, it wasn't so bad. And then being in a military town, though, it really kind of helped just because I knew a couple of guys that were still down here at the island or the air station, and being around a lot of the military guys, especially ones who get out anyways, who were civilians, it wasn't that hard of a transition. I think it would have been much harder if I had went home back up in North Carolina, just because there's no military up there where I'm from. So
Awesome, man. So let's talk about now what you're doing. As I mentioned earlier, owner of the CrossFit Humidity here in Beaufort. How did your time in service help with what you're doing as the owner and a trainer of CrossFit?
Like I said, the big thing is just the work ethic and the management portion of it. I just always been one of those people. When I was in the Marine Corps, I was a big go-getter. I would, try to do whatever I could to make myself better in my career. And I think this is the same. I carry on that same thing here as the owner of the gym. I'm always looking for something to do to make the gym better, and to make sure that my clients are enjoying, their time here as athletes. And so whether it's me like working my butt off to get new equipment or come up with a new competition or just do something different every month, that way the clients aren't getting that's bored and they're not getting complacent, and I'm always getting something new. So I think from when I was in the Marine Corps, I was just always trying to do something better for my career, and I was always pushing forward. So I use that same concept here as the owner of the gym. So
Excellent, bro. And how long, can you just mention for those that are listening, how long have you been open, and maybe talk about the future plans for the gym?
Yeah. So we opened technically opened in October 1st of 2016. So we've been open for a little over a year and a half. And we've been in a little 1,400 square foot facility. Nothing super big, but the big thing is we've outgrown our gym. So the new move is we're supposedly supposed to get a new building here around September 1st is when we're going to be moving in, but double the size of the building we got now, much better location. Going to make it a lot better for the gym. So I mean, I'm excited about that.
Excellent, bro. That sounds great news, man. So we talked about your transition and also being the owner of a CrossFit gym. So through all that, what's been some of your, I guess, some of the worst moments that you've had during that time?
Honestly, as the owner, I really haven't had bad moments. To be honest, it's just a hard question to ask because since I've been open, I've enjoyed every moment that I've had here at the gym. I mean, there's days you know that you get frustrated sometimes, because you're here all day long and the grind can get you. But there hasn't really been a bad situation being a gym owner. I think every day I enjoy coming here and seeing the same faces every day and just doing those, doing workouts and watching everybody work out, watching everybody get better. So I can't really say there's been a bad or worse time, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, it helps also with the group of people that we have in the gym as well. It's a lot of for those people who don't know about it. It's a lot of different age group and I think like everybody gets along pretty well as well, and that helps.
We have a pretty tight crew, so I can't say that. That's one thing we have. I think we're different from a lot of gyms, is we're so small that we have that tight knit community that a lot of other people have. So I think it's good.
Awesome. All right, bro. And so we talked about some of maybe, well, like you said, not too many worst experiences. But what's been to your point? What's been the best moment so far?
I would say the best moment was when we did the human throwdown last year, a little in-house competition we did, and it was something that I like to do. I like to compete, and I like to bring that atmosphere to the gym. And when we create that competition, I literally did it in a month, and we invited people from other gyms around the area, and it was awesome. It was people enjoyed it, people had fun, and I had so many people come and tell me like, man, it was ran smooth. And to me, that was like the coolest part of being an owner. Something I've always wanted to do was host my own competition, and it turned out really well for us.
Can you, for those who might be interested, there might be some other owners that are watching. How did you come about with the throwdown, the immunity throwdown, and how did you guys choose the teams and captains and all that?
Well, the human throwdown was the individual competition we did, and it was just an idea. Literally, I came up with in about a month. Me and one of my coaches, Tyler, one day we were sitting at the gym, and I was like, man, I want to do a competition at the gym. I want to do an in-house competition. Originally, it was planned just to be in-house, where what I mean by in-house is just the athletes at the gym were going to be the only ones that could be able to do it. But then I'm real good friends with like who owns Port Royal Sound, and I knew Jeff, the owner of Buford, and a couple of the other owners from the area. And so I was like, you know what? Let's throw an invite out to like the local gyms and see how many people came. And then, it was really surprising to see like how many other athletes from other gyms came out to do it. But it literally was just something I planned in a month, and I sat down and wrote out how I wanted the heats done, what times I wanted to be done, and I just stayed within my plan, and it worked out perfect. So
awesome, brother. So what's your biggest advice to those that might be watching and maybe looking into becoming an affiliate of CrossFit? What's one piece of advice that you can give them?
You saying to owners, right? To people who want to be owners.
Yeah, for those who wants to be owners.
I would say the big thing is you got to have passion for what you're doing. I think sometimes you have gym owners who get into it because they think that there's going to be money. They're going to make a lot of money. You're not going to make a lot of money in this business, to be honest with you. And it's not about the money. It's about the community. So I think as long as you have the passion for it and you have the willingness to put in the hours to make the gym better, then it's not hard. The second you get into it thinking that you're going to make money or all you care about is making money, your gym's going to fail. Because then what happens is you forget about the clients. You forget about what you got into the game. Right. So I think that's
that's an excellent point, man. I think that's one of the biggest things. Obviously, with the military, you have that big community that you're used to, and that's why you see a lot of veterans and military who are into CrossFit is because of what they sell with the community aspect of it. There's so many CrossFit gyms that are close knit and tight within themselves, and I think that's one of the biggest draws into CrossFit.
Yeah, that's true. It's all about the community.
Awesome, brother. All right. So can you tell us one internet resource for our viewers to assist them with maybe looking into becoming owners of CrossFit?
To be honest with you, internet resources, just go to CrossFit.com. I mean, CrossFit.com has all the information. Whether trying to figure out, if you're not a level 1 trainer, how to go get your level 1 certification. There's a couple of courses on there about how to be a business owner or a CrossFit gym owner. It also has a CrossFit journal, which sometimes they'll interview well. Go to YouTube and go to like CrossFit's YouTube page, and I have podcasts with other owners of gyms, with athletes, stuff like that. So just listen to some stories. Listen to stories of owners from around the nation, people who have been in the game since the early 2000s, stuff like that, and just kind of come up with your own ideas after that. Take bits and pieces of people's ideas and stuff like that, and kind of just create your own plan and just go for it.
Awesome, brother. And there's within the group itself, within our group, there's a lot of CrossFit owners as well. So if there's for people who are listening, just reach out, join the group, and just reach out and let us know what you need. All right, Korey. So we're coming to the last portion of the interview. This is where I ask 5 questions, 5 fitness facts of Korey Bromery. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, Korey, what's your favorite workout?
DT.
DT.
Yeah. So 5 rounds, 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, 6 pretty much push jerks, shoulder overhead. I love that workout. It's nothing but barbell. It's one of those, you just got to pick that barbell up and go. It's a grind. That's what I like to do. So, yeah, it's definitely my favorite workout. So.
All right. What's your least favorite?
Karen. I hate wall balls. So, yeah.
Wall balls suck, dude.
But I hate that workout. So.
All right. Next question. So, if you had to choose one person to train with, who would that be and why?
If I was to say CrossFit Games athlete, it would be Jacob Hebner. Just because if you ever watch his Instagram, he literally does the most outrageous volume of any competitor I've seen. And when I have my early days, I love volume. I love just doing a crap ton of workouts. So if I could have a chance to kind of see if I could hang with him now, that would be pretty awesome. So
what about somebody outside of CrossFit?
Outside of CrossFit, I like training my wife. So
that's a good answer.
It's fun to train with my wife. She's one of those people that it no matter what we're doing, running or just I'm not even doing CrossFit, just going out doing running, just doing a long distance run or something like that, or just going hiking. That's what I like to train, to do stuff with, any kind of physical activity with that involves getting outside the gym sometimes. It's fun. I just enjoy it. So
anything outdoors.
Yeah, anything outdoors.
Awesome. All right. Next question. Recommend a book for our viewers and listeners to read.
Recommend a book. The Supple Leopard.
Say that again?
It's called a Supple Leopard by Kelly Starrett. The stretch. If anybody who's into fitness and they don't stretch, anybody can tell you I'm a big advocate of it. This book teaches you more than just stretching. The background by why you should stretch, why you should hit certain stretches for certain muscle groups. I'm very big on that stuff. I'm very big on recovery, and that book covers that. So even for like gym owners who have time, struggle with teaching their athletes how to stretch or whatever, read that book. I promise you it will change the way you look at recovery and stretching, because that's what helps your athletes. It keeps them from getting hurt, keeps them coming back to the gym. I promise you. So,
say that title again.
It's called the Supple Leopard.
Supple Leopard. Okay. All right. Last one. Tell us your favorite quote and why.
Oh man. Wow. That's one question I forgot to even think about. To be honest with you, I don't really have a favorite quote, so I can't. It's really hard for me to answer that. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I don't know.
That's fine. And then finally, for those who are watching, where can they be able to reach you in social?
So for me, my Instagram is at kbrom12, so kbrom BROM12, and then at the gym it's just at CrossFit Humidity. Instagram is my biggest thing. I do a lot of Facebook stuff, but we're always on Instagram. So if you haven't followed us yet, go follow us.
All right, guys, make sure you guys follow that CrossFit Humidity and at kbrom 12. Yep. All right, awesome, brother. And then final question for me: what can I do to help you?
You just keep doing you, man. Keep doing this stuff like this, and keep coming to the gym, and you're very innovative, so keep doing you, man.
Awesome, man. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Well, that's our Facebook interview this evening. Korey, thank you again for joining me. Always a pleasure, brother. And keep kicking ass. And we're looking forward to bigger and better things for CrossFit Humidity.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, brother. Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you guys for watching.